make of that topsy-turvy game?
Yeah, obviously, you know, a really tough first half. We knew that it's very possible that you have to suffer in these games in terms of possession and territory, but it was definitely too much of that in the first half. It wasn't the plan. We did obviously work on and talk about what it would look like in them moments, but we didn't manage in the first half to show enough on the ball to try and get us up the pitch and get a spell, and that's really how the first half sort of played out. Second half was first of all a great show of how together we are in spirit. I've had a different experience here previously where, you know, I've seen a team go under, and we saw the opposite from the guys today in terms of their attitude and commitment and, you know, sticking to the task, you know, and we get ourselves back on even keel, and who knows how it might have gone. And again, you know, territory suffering in the game. I honestly thought we would see it through, you know, so then to get a deflected, as dangerous as Arsenal are from corners and set pieces, to get a deflection as we did, and that to go in, and for Mads to concede a goal like that with the performance that he gave was cruel and felt harsh. The fourth goal is what it is. You see it a million times, don't you, when you're trying to get maybe a sniff of another moment late on, and you know, we end up feeling really disappointed and frustrated with the results. So yeah, it's another game that we don't win, but I see the guys every day. I see how hard they work. I see it together they are. I see the spirit. I see the engagement in the plan and what we're trying to do. And I'm just glad that in serious moments like going into the second half, we really showed that, and showed good quality as well. And you know, with JJ's goal, although it's an unbelievable finish, it's you know, something tactically that we work on a lot, and you know, that was pleasing. So no doubt some good moments in the second half with and without the ball, but it's ended up, you know, not being enough in terms of getting the result.
What did you say to them at half time?
No, Rob, a lot of people ask me that, and it was more about like belief and encouragement. And yeah, we had to show some clips of, I mean, for Arsenal's 2 goals in the first half are really, really typical Arsenal goals in terms of the areas they get to, and the types of crosses and cutbacks. You know, we've seen it so many times, so that it is disappointing to end up having worked on it and looked at it and things like that to concede. But that's sometimes how good they can be. But so we had to look at some spells of how we do a bit better with the ball at half time, and certainly when we were in a low block, how we can manage what they try to do with the crosses. And you know, we did it well over the game, that part of the game. But in terms of the message, it was more about encouragement and belief, and sticking together. And you know, like I said, that it can go two ways. That you can either crumble, hide, and it gets a lot worse, or you can do what we did. And we know that we have to get better results, and at times better spells of good performances. There's no doubt about that, and I've talked very openly about that. But we will only do that if on the back of a together group, as we showed that today.
When you're a manager on the other end of those late wins, does it frustrate you, or is it an element of almost inevitability given the quality of side you're facing? Like, do you look at yourselves, or just...
Miguel, I think you always have to look at yourself and look at how you can do better, because that third goal wasn't the only goal we conceded in the game as well. So yeah, I think that's real sort of ownership. You know, you can't always look for excuses and things like that. You should always take responsibility for things that you can do better, and that's the process of improving, isn't it? Is reflecting and looking at what went well and looking at what didn't, and trying to do better next. So yeah, we will look at ourselves first, for sure.
Just on the front, just on for the 1-0, you got a yellow card. What were you specifically unhappy about? Was that a foul in the build-up? Just talk us through that.
Yeah, that was probably the. I've been asked every interview I've done has been a lot more blatant than what you just asked that. Yeah, you were very polite there. We were very disappointed with the not giving a foul on Vards for the first goal, and we were also really disappointed that although we don't come into games trying to get players sent off, but why he hasn't sent off the Arsenal left back is it's a little bit beyond belief. I'm trying, because of the spell that we're in and the spell that I'm in personally, I'm trying not to let referees poor decisions be the headlines, because I'm trying to take responsibility for a team that needs to get better results than what we're going. But on the basis that every interview I've done up to now, and it's a busy one today, has more or less been the first question on them two decisions. You have to give your opinion on it, and we feel that they were two really, really poor decisions.
Jordan?
Steve,
Hi, George.
it's been a theme for the season, this kind of second half fight backs. But are you any closer to find out why you're giving yourself so much to do with those first halves?
Yeah. I mean, I really respect the question, Jordan, and you're right. But I do think today was a little bit different when you come into a game like this against, arguably, one of the let's say the best two teams the last couple of years. Well, they have, haven't they? Them and City have been the best two teams over the last couple of years, and when you come away from it, it's a different task to many other games. Last away game, for example, we were really good at Crystal Palace. So I think this sits a little bit different to the others. I don't disagree with your point, but and we did suffer more than we wanted to in the first half. It wasn't the plan to be as deep as we were, and knowing that we would have spells like that, but it was too much of it. But we're more focused really on the good things that we did those second half, and I don't think we should lose sight of that. For like I said before, for us to get better results than what we've got up to now, and that's all on me. The base of it has to be, the attitude that we are showing. So we need to stick at it.
Matt as well, I know you mentioned him briefly. It's his first season in the Premier League. It can sometimes be a bit of a step up for players, and it can sometimes have wobbles, but he showed today that he's coming very well.
Yeah, really well. Yeah, he's to get a result there, for sure, your goalkeeper needs to play well, and it's a real pity that his performance and JJ's goal is not probably getting talked about, as although I shouldn't take anything away from them. If we got the result that we nearly got, then they would be real headlines, wouldn't they? And I thought there was lots of other good individual performances as well. And that's what I mean. Yes, you see some. It's hard to talk about it too much because it's been a noisy week, and I've accepted that and all that sort of stuff. But I just see so much commitment every day. I just see so much willing to get better and to learn, and frustration when we don't get the results that we want. And for me, that's the bit that I've really got to stay concentrated on, because if we keep doing, then results will get better.
On the back there.
Hi.
Appreciating your frustration with the ref and focusing on your own team. What did you make of Arsenal? Because they've had a tough week. They conceded late on last weekend. What do you make?
Probably not as tough as our week, if I'm being honest. I wouldn't mind being in Mikel's shoes. I know that. They're a top team. It's a good atmosphere here. There's obviously a lot of good will and good feeling around there, and you have to compete with that when you come here. So and that's what we had to do today. And like I said, to show what we did in the second half. There is a pride around that, but I can't shout it from the rooftops because it's a game that we've lost. But internally, we just need to keep doing what we're doing and hope that hope to improve results. So then externally, things are a little bit more positive, and that's the only thing that I can really focus on.
Last one.
Yeah. At the end, when you were making some changes, it looked like Jamie Vardy was gesturing to you just to leave him on the pitch. Did you have any intention to bring him off at the time?
No, I don't. I'm not sure about that, because we are constantly speaking to Vards. To be fair, I'm not sure that was the case, mate. To be honest, no. When you need a goal, there won't be many times, unless he's absolutely run his race. There won't be many times that we'll be bringing him off, or his performance is not what he hopes it to be. But no, that That was not the case today. I think he was more, I don't know what he's doing, I didn't see it to be honest, but it wasn't what you might have thought, Rob.